Okay, let's see, guys. I am going to try again to send this out. Okay, be right back. Wait, okay, yes, we're still here. All right. Oh, good, it worked. Very nice. Excellent. Every single time I figure out how to do this, they change something around and I have to figure the whole thing out again. Um, Excellent. You're starting to show up. Hello, James. Hello. Hello. Hi, guys. I am glad that you decided to join me tonight. Hello, Kale. Kira. Hello. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. So I thought tonight, instead of answering questions, hello, everybody. Instead of answering questions, eating up the entire time with just me talking, I thought that maybe we could actually, if you guys would rather, we can actually do an exercise together. And what I was thinking is, whenever we started off doing this the last time, we started off doing like the most absolute basic fundamental exercises that you could do, which is just the really, the easy breathing exercises where you're just doing the fourfold breath. And I was thinking about maybe expanding, a step at a time, going from that to the next thing to the next thing. But honestly, I think maybe this will be a little bit of a leap compared to that, but I think maybe we should start doing the middle pillar. Just, maybe even set a day every week where we all do it together and maybe even use the energy, for an intention. We can all decide on something um, that we can use, that we can use the energy for. Um, okay, guys. So the very first thing we'll do, the very first step is just, whenever you learn the middle pillar in magic, you usually learn it in steps, just so that it's not overwhelming. So the very first step that you learn is just breathing energy, breathing chi into the energy centers in your body. So, most people know about the chakras in the Eastern traditions. That you have 7 energy centers that run down the middle of your spine. In magic, we work with 5 energy centers, and they run down the center of the body, not necessarily the spine. Uh, and this is an exercise that you'll want to do either standing or laying down flat with your hands at your side. Either one is good. I'm going to be sitting up just so that you can, anyone who's watching this later can, if you want to do this, you can come back and listen to it and you can actually see me. Uh, but I suggest you guys either stand or lay flat. And for me, honestly, I think laying, well, I don't know, both ways are really, really good. So it's entirely up to you. Maybe even try it both ways if you come back and do this ritual later, do this exercise later. Try it one time laying down, try it one time standing up, and see which you feel the most benefit from or which feels more comfortable to you, and maybe stick with that. I think it is good just to switch things up every now and then, just like whenever you go to the gym, if you do the same thing every single time you go to the gym, eventually you hit a plateau. You have to keep changing things up, kind of shocking the system a little bit. That's true in magic also, because we're kind of doing the same thing. We're building a muscle. It's just not a muscle that you can see whenever you're doing these exercises. So it's good to switch things up every now and then, just to kind of shock your system a little bit. And you never know when you're going to find something that works much more powerful than what you had been doing. Everybody falls into plateau areas where you'll do the same thing for periods of time. But it is important to shake it up every now and then, just so that you get all kinds of different experiences across the spectrum. So for the first thing, what we're going to do, I'll describe it to you, what we're going to be visualizing and the mantras that we're going to be using beforehand. just to give you a vague idea, but I'll walk you through them step by step, and I'll do it myself and sort of guide us through it. The first time we won't do it for anything. You know, we won't use the energy for any intention, because I think it's important, especially for people who are just starting out doing these exercises. When you're taking in that energy, you want to let that energy accumulate in you. That's what jump starts your spiritual path. So we're not going to lose the energy. We're not going to give it out to anything. We're just going to keep it within ourselves this first time. So all we're going to do is focus on activating and charging 5 different energy centers in the body. You know, a lot of times people will say, you know, in the Indian traditions, they say there's 7 energy centers. In magic, you're saying there's 5 energy centers. In Taoism, they say there's 3 energy centers. In Zen, you only use 1 energy center. Which one's right? All these different traditions saying we all, you know, using all these different numbers. The answer is all of them are right. We actually have about 360 different energy centers scattered throughout our body. You know, things like that, like the palms of our hands. You know, and this is one of the reasons in magic a lot of the times we do meditations, energy work, whatever, with our feet flat on the floor. You know, when you're standing, your feet are flat on the floor, or also when you're sitting in a chair in like the Egyptian pharaoh pose with your hands on your knees, your feet are flat on the floor, as opposed to in a lot of Eastern traditions, you know, they'll sit in like a lotus or a half lotus position, and the soles of the feet are turned upwards. The reason that we don't do that in magic is because we want to learn to use the energy centers on the bottoms of our feet as well. And one of the things we use them for is like to draw energy up out of the earth, as well as to dump energy out of ourselves. You know, that's what grounding is. It's whenever you dump energy that you don't need out of yourself. Can you guys hear this okay? Someone said, Jessica says no. Okay, very good. Okay, someone made a comment that they couldn't hear, so I was just making sure you guys could hear okay. You know, that's the reason that we don't particularly sit with our feet, with the bottoms of our feet facing up, is because we want to be able to draw energy from the earth. So we have about 360 different energy centers all through our bodies. One of the things that I always tell people that makes our hands so important for conducting energy, and this is one of the reasons too, like in all those traditions like Reiki or quantum touch. If you haven't heard of quantum touch and you're into energy work, things like Reiki, I would highly suggest quantum touch. That is a form of energy healing that I had amazing success with. But in all these different energy healing traditions, one of the first things that you learn is how to move energy with your hands. And one of the reasons that is so effective is because just like our hands are connected to our chest by our arms, so are the energy centers in the palms of our hands connected to our Tiphareth center, that gold center in the middle of our chest. So we have like a direct meridian leading to those. That's why, you know, it feels so good to hold hands with someone that you love, because you're literally joining your heart center to theirs. You're connecting your heart energy center to their heart energy center. It's also why I feel so disgusting, you know, whenever you shake hands with someone that you really don't like, that you're, you know, repulsed by. Same thing, you're touching each other's, the main core of each other's energy centers. So, you know, that, long story short, that's why we sit with our feet on the floor. Now, if you're laying down, your feet aren't going to be on the floor. But that's okay. Like I said, I've had tremendous success laying down, and sometimes you're able to relax more if you're laying down, so either standing up or laying down. But getting back to the energy centers for a second, like I said, we have about 360 of them in our body. The ones you use in various traditions, the reason they vary is because different traditions might be trying to do different things. And different energy centers do different things to us. You know, for example, you'll have some forms of Kung Fu where they focus on moving energy to places in order to make them almost impenetrable to force. So, and they call it iron. Like you'll have the iron shirt technique, or you'll have the iron throat technique. Uh, there's even an iron crotch technique. What that is they move massive amounts of energy to that part of their body so that if you hit them, it just absorbs the impact. It doesn't really affect them in any way. I've seen people do things like I saw some monks one time. Two monks held a spear that had a sharp point on it and put it at another monk's throat and held the spear. He didn't touch it with his hands at all, but he was able to push them forward with his throat without the spear going into his throat. He was able to push them backwards. So, all different traditions use energy for different purposes. Like for us in magic, that wouldn't necessarily be of any great benefit. Having an iron throat isn't going to, make us manifest things any better. And it's not going to help us attain the knowledge and conversation of our holy guardian angel, things like that. So the energy centers that we focus on are ones that will help us accomplish the tasks that yes, somebody says iron aura. That's exactly what we're going for. That's kind of what a crystallized aura is. We are giving ourselves an iron aura. So here's what we're going to visualize, and I'll run through it real quick before we start doing it. You're going to stand and you're going to try to feel, or lay down, but you're going to try to feel as if you are one of those skeletons that hangs by a hook at the crown of its head. You know how its spine is completely aligned, your chin is dipped in just a tiny bit, the crown of your head up, your spine straight, and it can feel almost like your butt is sticking out a little bit just because of the natural curvature of your spine whenever it's straight like that. You want your spine to be as straight as possible so that energy can flow through it. Loud sirens tonight. So we're going to stand with our eyes closed or lay with our eyes closed, and you're going to direct your attention to the very top of the universe, if the universe had a top. At the very top of the universe, as far up as you can possibly imagine, as far up as you can possibly go, you are going to visualize a blindingly brilliant white light at the top of the universe. And that light represents the source that everything came from and to which everything will one day return. You're just going to take a few seconds and you're going to inhale, and you're going to see that light grow brighter and see that light grow brighter. Every time you inhale, you're just seeing it glow brighter and brighter. What you're doing is by visualizing, you are sending the chi that you're taking in, the energy that you're taking in, you're sending it to that. You're empowering it. At any rate, after we do that a few times, whenever we exhale, we'll see a shaft of light descend from that light at the very top of the universe, all the way down through the universe like a shaft, like a straw of light, until it reaches the top of our head. And right at the top of our head, it's going to form about a 6-inch in diameter white ball of energy. You want to try, if you can, to feel that white ball sitting on top of your head. Try to feel like a slight presence or a slight force. Somebody says, I feel like a battery doing this sometimes. That's exactly what you're doing. You're charging yourself up. But what we're going to do then, once we have established this white sphere of energy at the top of our head, every time we inhale after that, and there is no limit to the amount of times that you can do this, I recommend doing it at least 3 times. Like inhale at least 3 times, and every time you inhale, you're going to see that sphere grow brighter and brighter and brighter. What you're doing whenever you're visualizing that while you're inhaling, you are directing that energy. You're directing that chi up into that. That you're telling it that's where you want it to go, programming it. But after we've done that a few times and seen it glow as bright white as we can possibly make it glow, we're going to vibrate a mantra. It's in Hebrew. We don't use Eastern mantras. We use Western mantras, and this will be Ehiye. And whenever we do it, I'll show you how to do it, and you'll be able to tell what I mean whenever I'm talking about vibration. Like, we don't just say the word. You don't just say Ehiye. you want to try to vibrate it. And whenever you vibrate it, you want to try to feel it in the top of your head. Like as much tactile sensation as you can bring to this, the better and more powerful it's going to be. Like don't just see it in your visualization, try to feel it glowing brighter. Try to feel the vibration in it. Like try to feel a very, very slight vibration. I'll get to that in a minute. Someone says why a Western mantra instead of an Eastern one is because, you know, it's a Western tradition. The other one is because there's a meaning behind it all, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But the mantra associated with this one is Ehiye. Whenever we actually do it, it'll sound something like this. Like, I'll do it one time for you. Now what Ehiye means in Hebrew is I am. So after we do that, we'll do that 3 times. If you're alone, if you're doing this later somewhere by yourself, you can do it. I've done it for hours at a time. Yeah, it does sound a little bit, it always reminds me a little bit, someone says it sounds kind of like throat singing. It always reminds me a little bit of, what are those things called? A didgeridoo, I guess. That's kind of the feeling that I get from it. But after we do that a few times, and there are no limits to how many times you can do this. When I was by myself, like in prison, doing this during the day, sometimes I would do it 10 times. I would inhale and see it glow brighter 10 times, and then I would do the vibration 10 times. And every time you do it, you know, you're putting more and more and more energy into it. So at least 3 times, but as many as you have time for. Then you inhale and you're going to see the shaft of light that came down through the top of the universe and formed this white sphere at the top of your head. You're going to see that shaft of light continue down through the center of your head into your throat. And when it's in your throat, it's going to form a gray sphere of energy. Same size, same shape as the one above your head, about 6 inches in diameter, right in the middle of your throat. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just inhale and see it glow brighter. When we get to the mantra for this one will be Yehovah Elohim. And we'll do the vibration for that together. We'll do it at least 3 times. After that, you're going to inhale again and see that shaft of light continue down from that gray sphere of energy in your throat down to the middle of your chest. In the middle of your chest, it's going to form a gold sphere of energy, and this is probably the most important energy center in your body. You can use this one energy center to do absolutely anything in magic. So, you know, sometimes people will say, well, if you can use that one energy center to do anything, then why use the rest of them? Well, because you want to make things as powerful as you possibly can, and you're adding the power of all these other energy centers to this one. But we'll do the same thing. We'll inhale. We'll see the gold sphere of energy in our chest glow brighter with every inhalation. And then the mantra for this one is Yehovah Eloah Vada'ath. Now, well, I'll wait till we get to the end until I've told you all of them, and then I'll tell you what they mean whenever you're saying them all together. But after we've done that a few times, we'll inhale again, and we'll see the shaft of light continue down through our abdomen and into the center of your pelvis. Right in the middle of your pelvis, it's going to form a purple sphere. Same size, same shape as all the others, only it's going to be purple, and it's going to be right in the middle of your pelvis. Whenever you inhale, try to feel, you know, like when you're doing yoga and you inhale into a body part, you know, they'll say like inhale into your calves or inhale into your hamstrings or, you know, wherever it is, inhale into the small of your back. That's the same thing that you're wanting to do whenever you do these exercises. You know, if you've done this in yoga before, that's a huge plus. This is one of the reasons I say that magic is the yoga of the West. Inhale into the gold sphere, into the purple sphere. One second. Inhale into the purple sphere in the center of your pelvis and see it glow even brighter. The mantra associated with it is Shaddai El Kai. After we've done that a few times, we'll inhale and see the shaft of light continue down through our legs. Picture your legs almost as if they are one thing, you know, not split apart into two separate legs, but almost as if it's one column. See the shaft of light continue from that purple sphere in the middle of your pelvis down through your legs until it gets to your feet, and it forms a black sphere at your feet. This black sphere is going to be half below the ground. So if you're laying flat, you're just going to visualize this. If you're standing up, you'll be able to feel it a little more. This black sphere is halfway below the ground and halfway above the ground so that it's circling your feet. So what you're picturing now is you're going to have 5 energy centers running down the center of your body. You're going to have a white one, you're going to have a gray one, you're going to have a gold one, you're going to have a purple one, and you're going to have a black one at your feet. They're all connected by a shaft of light that runs down the center of your body. Whenever you put energy into these things, you are firing up your entire aura. You're feeding it. This is one of the things we talk about in magic when you hear somebody say spiritual sustenance. This is one of the things we're talking about. If you don't, use this energy to manifest something, if you just keep it inside you, it goes to feed your aura. This is the very first step in the building of the solar body, or the building of the body of light, or the building of the rainbow body, whatever you want to call it. This accumulation of energy, this is the very first step in that process, which is another reason it's so important. You can use it to manifest things, you can use it to build the solar body, you use it for spiritual sustenance. So this ritual really is one of the most important and one of the most powerful in magic, and it has so many benefits that it's absolutely insane. If you do this every single day for a few minutes, you will not believe how much it changes the way you feel, the way you think, the way you look at the world, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to look at your questions real quick before we start, just to see if there's anything I need to address. Yes, Hillary Hack says she's asking, where did the middle pillar come from? It was invented, but this is not an ancient ritual. It was invented by Israel Regardie, the same Aleister Crowley's secretary, the same man who put out the Golden Dawn book. The Golden Dawn was wanting to do work that was more like the chakra work. He came up with a way, he was also I can't remember if he was a psychotherapist or a psychiatrist or exactly what he was, but he was a mental health, in the mental health field. So he came up with this way because one of the other things it does is links all aspects of our consciousness. It's linking, like the sphere in our chest is our conscious mind, the sphere in our pelvis is our unconscious mind, the sphere at the top of your head is the part of you, your higher self, the divine self. The sphere around your feet is your physical body. What he was doing was linking all aspects of ourself. Yes, he did invent it. Oh, the final mantra at the feet. Adonai Haaretz is the mantra at the feet. Now, all of these mantras, when you say them together, it would be Ehyeh Yehovah Elohim, Yehovah Eloah Vada'ath, Shaddai Elkai, Adonai Haaretz. What you are saying, and one of the reasons this is so important, let me see, I don't want to mangle this. I want to remember it, see if I can get it exactly right. You're saying to yourself, I am the Lord God of knowledge and wisdom, the Almighty Lord of creation. That's what those mantras mean. That's what you are saying. You are reminding the deepest parts of yourself that you are divinity incarnate, and you're trying to wake yourself up and make yourself remember that. That's why those mantras are so important. The colors are just the spheres on the tree of life. When you look at the tree of life, the spheres running right down the center of the tree, that's the spheres that we're using when we do the middle pillar. Okay, guys, you want to do this? Let's do this. We've got about 30 minutes, give or take. So either sit or lay and take a second to get relaxed. close your eyes. And this time, instead of scanning through and spending a long time on every body part, just let your attention glide through your body. And notice any areas you want to get faster and faster at being able to completely relax and get into states of consciousness that are conducive to doing magic. In the beginning, you know, like we did last time, where we went through our whole body, one muscle group at a time, and relaxed each muscle group. You know, a lot of times if you're doing magic on the go, you know, you're out in public and you're having to do something, you know, for whatever reason, like in a really quick situation, you can't just stop and relax your entire body, each muscle group at a time. So you want to get to a point where you basically have trained your body whenever you send it a certain command to enter that state automatically. And one of the states, and this is something you can do if you want to, that gets you into it really fast, and this was one given by John Michael Greer also, who is one of the wisest men in the field of magic today. But one of the things he designed was a physical gesture to trigger his conscious and unconscious mind into knowing that it's automatically time to do magic. It's almost like you're opening a book. You hold your hands like this, and then you open them, and then you do this. Whenever you do that, what you're doing is you are telling your mind it is time to shift your gaze from this world to somewhere else, to an internal state. And look at your hands whenever you do it. Look at your hands. What this is a simplified, abbreviated version. When you've done this for a while, you'll feel something open in your head whenever you do this. You will train yourself to respond to these gestures. But what this is a very, very simplified version of, in magic, what's called the rending of the veil. In the rending of the veil, there's an exercise where you do the sign of the Enterer, and then you open the veil, and you step through, and then you turn around and you close the veil behind you. When you're doing that, what it symbolically is portraying is you are stepping into a space between the worlds. You are physically stepping into the spiritual, the astral, whatever label you want to put on it. You're triggering your mind to automatically do that. That's the same thing. This is just like a smaller, abbreviated version of it. So, you know, you can incorporate things like that into your practice as well. But scan through your body, shift around, and I'm going to get comfortable. Okay. Do a quick scan through your body, and any major areas of tension that you notice, let them go. Shake them off. Release. Relax. Up through your feet, your calves, your thighs, your pelvis, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your neck, your face, the crown of your head. Pay special attention to your forehead. Make sure you release any wrinkles that are there. And then let your attention go down through your arms, through your biceps, down through your forearms, and into your hands. Now direct your attention to the very top of the universe. And at the very top of the universe, you see a brilliant, blindingly bright white light. You know that that light represents the source that all of creation came from and to which it will one day return. Now inhale, and as you inhale, see that light at the top of the universe glow even brighter. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale, the air goes out, but the energy stays in. Inhale again and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. Exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Once more, inhale and see that white light at the top of the universe glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow in your mind's eye. Inhale. Hold. And now as you exhale, see a shaft of light go from that light at the top of the universe all the way down through the universe until it reaches the top of your head. And right on the crown of your head, it forms a 6-inch sphere of brilliant, bright white light. Try to feel it resting on the crown of your head. And if you can, let your attention rest inside of it. Not like you're looking up at it, but like you're in it. Now inhale and see it glow even brighter white. Hold it. Exhale, the air goes out, but the energy stays in. Again, inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. And exhale. Once more, inhale and see this white sphere at the top of your head glow as bright white as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Now we're going to do the mantra. We're going to try to vibrate that white sphere. It's pretty much the same as when you vibrate the pentagrams when you're doing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. But we're going to inhale and see the sphere glow as bright as we can make it glow. And then as we exhale, we're going to do the mantra, Ehiye. Whenever we do it, it's going to sound kind of like this. Focus on the white sphere on top of your head. Inhale and see it glow even brighter white. Hold it and then vibrate. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it and vibrate. One last time, inhale and see the white sphere at the top of your head glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold it and then vibrate. Now focus on that white sphere on top of your head, at the crown of your head. And as you inhale, see a shaft of light go down from that sphere, down through the center of your head, all the way down into your throat. And in your throat, it's going to form another sphere about 6 inches in diameter, same size, same shape as the one on top of your head, just in the middle of your throat. And see this one as being pearl gray in color. A really light, beautiful, swirling gray. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. Exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale once more and see that gray sphere in the center of your throat glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold. And then exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Now the mantra associated with this sphere is Yehovah Elohim. And whenever you do it, it's going to sound kind of like this. And you're going to want to see and feel the gray sphere in the middle of your throat vibrating. Let your attention rest inside of it. Inhale and see it glow even brighter gray. Hold and then vibrate. Inhale and see it glow even brighter gray. Hold and then vibrate. Once more, inhale and see the gray sphere in the center of your throat glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale and then vibrate. Now focus on the gray sphere in the center of your throat. And as you inhale, you're going to see that shaft of light, that white shaft of light, continue from that sphere in your throat all the way down through your chest and right about where your heart is. It's going to form a gold sphere of energy. It's going to look like the sun at noon shining right in the middle of your chest, right about where your heart is. And we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Every time we inhale, we're going to see this gold sphere glow brighter and brighter. Let your attention rest in it, not like you're looking down at it, but if you're inside it. And inhale and see it glow brighter gold. Hold it. Exhale, the air goes out, but the energy stays in. Inhale again and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. Exhale. The air goes out. The energy stays in. Inhale again and see it glow as bright gold as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. The light goes out. The air goes out. The energy stays in. Now the mantra associated with this sphere, it's the longest one, and it can be a little hard to get out in one breath sometimes. If you run out of breath, don't worry about it. This is something you'll get better at as time goes by. But the mantra is Yehovah Eloah Va Da'ath. And whenever we do it, it'll sound like this. So focus on the gold energy center in the middle of your chest. Inhale and see it glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Hold. And then vibrate. Yay. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold. And exhale. The air goes out. The energy stays in. Inhale and see it glow as bright as you can make it. Hold. And then vibrate. Once more, inhale and see the gold energy center in the middle of your chest glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale, hold, and vibrate. Yay. Now focus on that gold sphere of energy in the middle of your chest. And now as you inhale, see the shaft of light go from that gold sphere down through your abdomen and into the center of your pelvis. And right in the middle of your pelvis, it forms a purple sphere of energy. Same size, same shape as all the others, but purple. And let your attention, try to let your attention rest in your pelvis. Like see the sphere as if you're inside it, not as if you're looking down at it. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to inhale and see that sphere glow brighter and brighter each time. So inhale and see it glow brighter purple. Inhale into your pelvis. Hold. And exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Again, inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold. And exhale. Once more, inhale and see that purple sphere in the center of your pelvis glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. The air goes out. The energy stays in. Now the mantra associated with this sphere is Shaddai El Kai. And whenever we do it, it'll sound like this. Inhale and see the purple sphere in the center of your pelvis glow even brighter. Hold it and then vibrate. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it and then vibrate. One more time. Inhale and see it glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold it and vibrate. Now focus on that purple sphere of energy in the center of your pelvis. And as you inhale, see a shaft of light continue down from that sphere, down through your legs, all the way down to your feet, where it forms a black sphere of energy. The sphere is half below the ground and half above the ground, circling your feet. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it and exhale. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it. Exhale. Once more, inhale and see it glow as bright as you can possibly make it glow. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. The air goes out, but the energy stays in. Now the mantra associated with this sphere is Adonai Ha-Aretz. And whenever we do it, it's going to sound like this. And you're going to try to feel the vibration in your feet. Inhale and see the black sphere glow even brighter. Hold it and then vibrate. Inhale and see it glow even brighter. Hold it and then vibrate. One last time. Inhale and see it glow as bright black as you can possibly make it glow. Hold it and then vibrate. And now bring your attention back for just a moment into the gold sphere in the center of your chest. Inhale and see it glow as bright as you can make it glow. Hold it. Exhale. Now try to picture all 5 energy centers at the same time. And as you inhale, see them all glow brighter simultaneously. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. And now open your eyes. And just readjust to being in the world again. Sorry about the interruption. There's a storm going on outside. That's why Lori was running through. Okay, guys. I'm going to look real quick and see if you asked any questions. Give me 1 second. Let me see. For some reason, it's hard to see tonight. Just seeing if you guys were asking any questions or anything. Nothing of major importance. So I see people talking about the tree of life. So I see people talking about the tree of life. The tree of life is in pretty much every mythology in the world. It began in ancient Sumer. That's where the original tree of life came from. And then the Abrahamic religions and the pagan religions and everything else, it just sort of spread from there out into the world. Well, someone says, what's a good point to move on to the next stage? I think that's what we should do next time we do this. If we get together and do this once a week, I think we should every week add another part. Since it'll take a little bit longer, I won't answer questions or anything. We'll just start the video and we'll jump straight into it. And that way also, if you want to go back and listen to it and do it again later while you're listening to it, you'll have it almost as like a soundtrack, and there won't be a lot of my chit chat or jibber jabber or anything else to distract you. You'll just be able to put it on and listen to it. And what we'll start doing is the next step is we will start drawing energy in. We'll do the middle pillar again, and then we'll learn how to draw energy down from heaven and draw energy up from the earth and combine those two energies in our center. And then after that, the next step is we start to circulate the energy. If you're familiar with Taoism at all, they do a practice called the microcosmic orbit, where they're circulating energy through their torso. We're going to do something very similar to that, only instead of just our torso, we're going to rotate it around our entire body. Let me look at your questions again one more time. Oh, yes. Banisa, she says, out of curiosity, is it as effective if you try to vibrate the mantras in your head if you're unable to speak for any reason? That's one of those things when I was in prison, again, I couldn't say this stuff out loud sometimes. I couldn't do these vibrations out loud if I had people listening to me. And it's the same way out here in the world. Sometimes you use these mantras when you're doing magic, like when you're manifesting something. So say, for example, if you're in the line at the grocery store and you're trying to manifest something, or you're at work and you're trying to manifest something, you can't necessarily do the mantras out loud. Yes, you can do them quietly. You can do them internally, but the most important thing is to still try to feel the vibration. You want to try to feel the force. Even if you aren't saying it out loud, if you're just doing it in your head the way you would be if you were doing it with your mouth, you still want to try to feel it in your body as much as you possibly can. Oh, Jessica says, do you ever get really hot and lightheaded when doing this? here's one of the craziest things, and I've had other people tell me the same thing. One of the things that I experienced when I first started doing this years ago, because keep in mind also when you're flooding yourself with energy, it also pushes out old energy. You're pushing out blockages. So you're kind of detoxing on the energetic level of reality. When I first started doing this, I would have sweat. When I got to the purple sphere in the middle of your pelvis, it would only start with that one. When I would get to that one, I would suddenly have sweat just running down the insides of my legs. You know, the way you would if you were, you know, like sweating something out of your system. And that lasted for, I don't know, not a long time. I would say maybe a couple of months or so. And then it went away. But yes, things like that can be part of it. Mayella says, I have to run to the bathroom sometimes. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. It's like purging. You're pushing something out. That's exactly what it is. When you take this energy into your system, it's like it boosts your energetic metabolism. It brings everything, you know, vibrant and alive and full force. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop this for tonight just because I want people to be able to use this as much as possible as like a soundtrack without a lot of jibber jabber over it. So I hope you guys are well, and let's do this again within the next couple of days or so. We'll do another question and answer. I would highly suggest in the meantime, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I would highly suggest in the meantime that you keep doing this. Do it every single day. This is one of those rituals that should be part of your every single day practice as much as possible. One last thing that it does is it increases your psychic intuition, your ability to visualize and perceive and work with energy. It also boosts that through the roof. Okay, guys, love you. Thank you so much for doing this with me tonight, and our path is going to get more fun in the future. The written mantras, you just Google middle pillar exercise. That's it. Someone was asking where they can find the written mantras. You just Google middle pillar exercise. That's it. Okay, guys, good night, and I will talk to you back here soon. Bye-bye. Let me see.